The Guam Attorney General's office has issued an opinion affirming the Guam Education Board's vote last week to reconsider the bell schedule for high schools. In a legal memorandum delivered to the Department of Education this morning, Assistant Attorney General Shannon Titano writes that Guam law sets the voting requirements for the board as an affirmative vote of 5 members for any action to be valid. The AG opinion was requested after a point of order at last week's board meeting challenged the vote of 5-2 on a motion to reconsider the 4AB schedule requirement for public high schools. Board member Barry Mead stated that Robert's Rules of Order would require a 2/3 vote by the board to overturn prior action. But according to Titano's memorandum, the Robert's Rules of Order do not apply, since voting at board meetings is covered in Guam law. In response to the legal opinion today, Board Chairman Francis Santos sent an email to board members requesting a work session on the bell schedule prior to calling a special meeting to discuss the schedule. Santos says that the status quo is not an option, writing, quote, "We cannot revert to the previous schedules because the schedules were not helping our students." The chairman asked the members of the board to provide recommendations or a solution and said he would not call for a meeting until he receives a response from the board members. Teachers and students came forward voicing their opposition to the new schedule after it was adopted by the board in February. Teachers say the new schedule adds additional class periods and decreases the total instructional hours for each class period. Board member Joe San Augustine made the motion to reconsider the schedule at last week's meeting, saying there hadn't been enough stakeholder input prior to implementing the change. San Augustine, Ron Azuzu, Dr. Jose Cruz, Dr. Anita Borja Enrique, and Rosie Tangatango all voted in favor of the motion. Mead and Santos were the only 2 who voted against it. May Camacho and Dr. Paul Pineda were absent from the meeting. Betsy Brown, PNC News.